everyone, welcome back. My name is Summer and today is September 22nd. Today I'll be showing you all the seeds and plants that we are putting in our 2019 fall garden, along with some of the things that we're doing to prep our garden for this fall. I hope that you guys enjoy this video. If you have any questions or if you have concerns about things that I'm doing wrong, please comment below. Alright guys, so I'm going to show you what I've already started about 3 weeks ago and what I'm starting this weekend. It is finally cooled down in Central Florida. We're in zone 9B and it is September 20th. So I started these about 3 weeks ago, and what I started was, it's called 1,000 head kale, brandy wine tomatoes, and beefsteak tomatoes. The reason I started these earlier is because they can take the heat a little better than some of the seeds that I have here. Tomatoes take a really long time to produce fruit, so but they can be planted in hot weather. So these are actually new seeds that I've never tried before. They're from Baker Creek Heirloom Seeds. I've been watching a lot of them on YouTube, and the company is a pretty neat company, so I wanted to try their seeds. I've been kind of following some different people in Facebook groups that have used the seeds, and I see some, YouTube videos of people using them and they're successful with them, so I figured, why not try them? And I'm actually kind of impressed. They send a load of seeds in these packets compared to some of your other brands. They also have seeds from all over the world. So it's a really neat company. If you haven't already checked them out, check them out. And if you want to see any of these seeds grow or plants grow this year, just follow along. I'll be doing updates of how things are growing, troubles I'm running into. I'm certainly not an expert in any way in gardening. This is going to be my 5th year gardening, so I'm learning like the rest of you guys. But I have found a way to grow a successful organic garden. And here are the seeds I will be planting this year. So I am going to try these beets. I've never been successful with beets in my zone. I've tried them for 2 seasons, but I'm going to give this beet a try. I've tried ferry beets. Didn't have any luck with them. If anyone has tips for me on growing these in our zone, let me know, because we as a family eat beets almost every week. They're so good. Here's 1,000 head kale. This one is probably the seed that I'm most excited about because they grow these kale that are ridiculously big. I just hope I can keep the bugs off them in our zone. Here's the brandy wine that I started over here, and here is my ferry organic tomato that is here. I'm going to try some more zinnias this year, but a different type. The zinnias I've grown before were just a ferry organic type, and I've just saved the seeds over the years and replanted them, but I kind of wanted to try a different color. So I'm going to try these. These are really neat. They are called Mongolian giant sunflowers. I've been watching this seed growth on Instagram, and these sunflowers are crazy big. So I certainly want to try these because I love sunflowers. These zinnias kind of popped out at me. I'm going to try these as well. Another one from Baker Creek. I just kind of wanted to try some new things. This is a small tomato plant, a cosmic purple carrot. Our kids freak out anytime we go to harvest carrots, so I want to harvest a lot more this year and try a lot of different varieties. Just regular kale, some rocky top lettuce, kind of a mixed variety there. Whenever you order from Baker Creek, they send you a free packet. Actually, I got 2 free packets, and this is amarillo carrot. We've done amarillo carrots before, but not from the seed company. I am going to also try these. These are the beets that I have tried before. Didn't really get much success other than maybe like a couple inch growth. I really had fun growing kohlrabi last season. This will be the first time that I ever grown kohlrabi, and they're just so interesting to watch grow. They're quite tasty too. They kind of taste like a radish, but not, or like more like a cabbage. I'm also gonna, even though this is really not probably a good idea because they will freeze back. Some of these will freeze back, but these are really hard to grow in the fall. But I want to see if I can't maybe grow it and not, you know, maybe run into any frost. So we'll see kind of what happens with the squash. Even if I get like a harvest of 10 squash this fall before it freezes back, I'll be happy that I've successfully grown that. We eat a lot of okra. I'm going to try okra again. For some reason this past spring I did not have any success with my okra. I'm not sure why. I did rotate our crop this year. Maybe I just need to go back to where I had our crop before, but a lot of my leaves just started falling off and didn't get a lot of fruit production. This is another lettuce I kind of want to try. We always plant Bib lettuce. I'm going to do that again. And then I recently saw how quick radishes grow. I've tried different varieties of radishes, the smaller ones, but I watched someone on YouTube grow these and for in our actual zone, so they did pretty well. And they're much bigger than the small ones. And I think the kids will have more fun harvesting those because they are, you know, longer and bigger. So they'll have fun doing that. Here's another seed brand I really like. They're a little more expensive, but they're 100% certified organic seeds. They're called Seed of Change. And by the way, none of these companies are endorsing me. I'm just like trying different companies and seeing what works for me. This is actually the brand I started with many years ago. And this right here, I've probably bought, I don't know, 50 packets or more over the years because our kids just love them. It's called Sugar Pod 2 Snow Pea, and they give off these beautiful flowers. They do need a trellis to climb or something to grow out of and hang down, but this is probably our other favorite seed that we grow. And then collard greens are really easy to grow in the fall. I'm going to try some red cabbage again and some pole beans. I'm also going to plant more sunflowers than what I have here. These are looking pretty rough. I think I just planted them too early, and they also just stayed in these pots forever. So the roots are kind of just struggling. Here's a couple plants my neighbor shared with me. It's called a grape tomato, so I'm excited to try those. And I shared some of mine with her that I already have started. It's fun. When you do start growing your own food and you start too many seeds and you realize you don't need as much as you already started, you can share with your neighbors. You can share with your friends. And sunflower seeds, these are ones I've saved from our last sunflower seeds. I haven't updated you guys on our loofahs, but we did successfully grow loofahs, and I will do a video on that sometime soon. And me and the girls made loofah soap, so that was a ton of fun. But I'll be doing some more loofahs, some royal burgundy beans. Those were fun for the girls to pick. Also, we did some purple potted peas, and I want to do an evening sun mix sunflower. Some of the things that I've started using and I really like is this garden marker. It lasts longer than a typical Sharpie marker, especially in our zone where the heat is just ridiculous, and after you do your little stakes with a Sharpie, it fades off, and then you go back to harvest and you're trying to figure out what tomato you're harvesting or what type of plant it is. It fades away, but this should last you through the season. And I'm just using like 72 count trays. What I'll probably do is kind of below put a link to all these items. These are fun. I've been sharing a lot of my seeds and bought these little seed packets. They are, well, I stamped them. I can show you the stamps that I bought to kind of create this fun little seed packet to share with friends, and possibly will sell them whenever I get some time. So these are just Dollar General stakes too, and just you can find these in any kind of store. But I'll share these links of where you can get all this stuff to get started, and links to all these seed companies as well. And I'm going to go into the garden and show you guys kind of what I'm doing to get started for fall and what I already have planted. I forgot to mention these seeds here. These are those seeds you find at the Dollar General store that are 2 for $1. I think you can even find them at the Dollar Tree. And I kind of never really wanted to try these because I thought, oh, they can't be good quality seeds. They're not organic. And you know what? This year I thought, what the heck? I want to know if they can grow so I can share it with you, because they're so inexpensive. And even if you're a first-time gardener, this is something your kids can do. Oh well, if they don't plant them right, you can at least get them out there gardening them with you. And you know what? If you grow some green beans and they taste good, I mean, you have not much money invested in them. So this is something new this year that I acquired from my mother-in-law. She had a lady that could not take care of her garden anymore, and she had this really fun tower. So I just planted it yesterday. I used potting soil for this. I'm going to put either zinnias up here or some kind of plant that's going to help hide this terrible background piece here with our electrical box and whatnot. But what I've planted is strawberries. This type of tower garden is perfect for strawberries. Butter crunch, which I love and plant every year. I have some red romaine, more butter crunch, and some rainbow chard. So I've never planted rainbow chard, but look at how pretty these are. I just couldn't pass them up. Right now, you can find plants that should be good for your area. Always check your local nurseries first, because you can always pick their brain on what's good for the area. They'll be able to help you with choosing soil and you know, give you some tips on what to grow and what not to grow. So this literally is the only thing I have in the garden right now. I just wanted an instant gratification because I am kind of planting a little late, but it's been so hot, so I just made the decision to wait it out another week. I'll show you here what we're doing to prep the garden here next. So here's what one of our garden beds look like right now. I have one surviving pepper plant right over here. And I have some yard beans that I had to take the trellis down from the recent hurricane that was coming. We were in the cone and I had to just strip everything down. So I had to take down this trellis, but I still have some going. Maybe I'll build this so they'll grow up, but I've kind of lost most of my plants. It's been so hot and hard to keep anything alive. But what I've done is basically took a rake and removed all the mulch from our rows. And why I did that is over the years I've just tried to kind of scrape back my mulch as I plant a plant, but what I've found is more mulch is falling back into the hole versus soil, and I'm not getting a good root system, and it becomes really dry when we put the plant in. So this year I decided I'm going to pull all of the mulch back, put more soil down, till that soil in, and then recover and then put some new mulch down as well. And over here I haven't done much of anything, so I'll be pulling back our mulch from here. This area I'll be trying to do a few different things, a lot of flowers, some zinnias. I did not show you guys, but I do have a lot of zinnias already started. I'm going to pop them in here. Last year my husband surprised me with some new established plants and made this all nice and pretty, but it kind of got overgrown. We cut it back and kind of lost some plants. It was so hot this summer, so it was hard to kind of keep up with. I also forgot to mention I'm finally putting rabbit fence in. So I can do a whole nother video on what we're actually using for rabbit fence, little cost-effective ways that we found to build this fence, how we did it. Really anyone can put this type of fence in, but it was going to be really expensive to put nice ornate fence all the way around this garden because it is a large garden. So here's my new planting station. Here's another garden table I recently acquired that I can do a ton more seeds trays on, or any type of plants. So I've went ahead and filled my seed trays. Hey Buttercup! It's feeding time. Our pigs are getting hungry. I usually use germinating soil starting my seeds. I've tried regular soil before. If you can afford germinating soil, you can find it really at any retail garden store. It works better than just regular garden soil. But here are my mulberry trees. They are taller than me. Let me show you. Like, look how tall they are. There's some in here that are taller than me. They have to be at least 10 feet tall. Look at that, how beautiful they are. I'm afraid to put them out yet into our front yard garden area. We're gonna call it our food forest orchard area, because our deer have come through. I already went ahead when they got about 4 feet tall. I planted about 8 of them in our front yard garden, and the deer came through and ate all the leaves off. So that was such a disappointment, but I think I'm gonna let them stay back here, get a little bit bigger, and plant them maybe at the end of fall. I'm not sure, but I'm super excited that I grew these from cuttings from one tree, and that our family will get to enjoy all the fruit from these plants that I started by myself. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our 2019 garden tours and updates.